welcome back to Carnage Unleashed, brought to you proudly by Carnage Media, Bite Size Sports, and Hot Take Sports. I am Kev. With me, as always, is Clayton and Wade, my wonderful co-host. But we have a special guest today, fellas, so I guess I will introduce him first. Zach Dominique, as you can see, co-founder of Carnage Media and a pretty decent cameraman in his own right. Zach, welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
Oh, great. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited to be here. I mean, man, I don't know what to do. I've never been on a podcast before.
Oh, really? It's really tough. It's hard work. It's way harder than fighting. That's anybody who's ever done both has been like, oh yeah, dude, man. This is sitting in this chair for hours is way more stressful. So I think you can handle it though. You're about as prepped for it as you can be.
Yep.
Wade, how are you doing, sir?
Doing good. Just I came home to my dog chewing up all our presents. So that was a tough one.
I've had that happen before, Wade. My aunt bought us some gingerbread cookies and we didn't know that's what they were. So we put them under our tree and we came home and Bailey had eaten all 15 cookies that were in there.
Yeah, he helped himself to some popcorn, I think some candy, some plastic candles, and yeah. He had a heyday.
Well, safe to say
you have to go.
His stocking will be a little his stocking's gonna be a little light this year, huh, Wade?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him to work now. He's gotta pay that off.
Clayton, what about you, sir? Welcome. How you doing on this Monday?
Hey, it's a victory Monday for the Cleveland Browns faithful. I was at the game yesterday in Cleveland, and what a game it was. Joe Flacco balled out for us. Very happy to see. Kept our playoff hopes alive, and that was a must-win game. But we might have lost another defensive player, and our backup right tackle was ruled out for the rest of the season today. So,
oh wow.
When the team's held together by bubble gum and duct tape, but we're going to keep going forward.
Yeah.
You're used to that, though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watch that stupid team go 1-31. I'm good.
Is it true Joe Flacco got moved back to the practice squad?
I didn't see that. I hope that's not true. Jeez.
I can never trust anything I see on Twitter. So if I only see one tweet about it, I press X to doubt. But I heard that he was going to get moved back to the practice squad once Thompson was healthy, but that he wasn't interested in being. But it's like if you put him on the practice squad, anyone can take him. I know he was.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, we just cut PJ Walker because that dude sucked, man. So.
Shoot. Yeah. Our offense sucks.
Yeah, listen, the Colts.
We them boys.
Oh yeah, we're coming for you. Battle of the backups, Wade.
Cowboys is hot right now.
It's upside down.
We them boys.
Yeah, my fantasy.
Pretty average performance last night, if I do say so myself.
Speechless.
It's been average for CeeDee Lamb. I tell you, he's putting up like 20 a week for me.
Yeah, I need.
Hey, what about that kicker though? What about that kicker hitting a 60-yarder? Wasn't it?
A 59-yarder, two of them in the same game or same half, but also a former USFL champion, a member of the Birmingham Stallions, the number one guy you can point to right now to say, hey, spring football works. There's a few more of them out there, but he right now is the poster child. Every USFL affiliated Twitter account.
He should be. He's amazing.
Yeah, they got mad because JPA Football said that the Cowboys had signed him off the street, and they're like, dude, call the USFL the streets one more time.
Well, you know who's alum from? What college he went to?
Where's that?
The University of Notre Dame. He was a soccer player there.
Too
bad they could get on the football field.
Yeah, because it's like Notre Dame could have used him as a kicker at any point. It's like, damn, dude, you were on campus that whole time, jerk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, so a quick run of show before we dive into everything. Zach is, of course, with us for two special reasons. Yes. Easy for me to say. The first being our drawing. If you missed the stream on Saturday, we had a giveaway. We also had an auction. Dylan, the mindless Hulk Budka, stopped by, hung out with us. We had some great workouts and some mitt work done with Amin L and David Music and Faith Nichols. So we had a great time. So now, as promised, we had a bunch of items available for giveaway. So all of the eligible folks, those who liked the stream, commented, and follow the page, they are all on a wheel, and we are going to draw these names. And then, of course, later we will show you the results from Saturday's drawing of CFS 4. So we're going to preview this weekend's Golden Gloves event. We're going to talk about the drawing from CFS 4, maybe some UFC news, probably a wrestling minute. So there you go. There is our run of show. Now,
wrestling
Zach, is it?
Zach's live this time.
Ooh,
I get it. Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Best.
Well,
go ahead, Zach.
Let me ask you, what do you guys want to give away first? Let's go around first. Kev, what do you want to give away first? You know, on our list of things to give away, we've got. Let me give you a list of things. We got some pay-per-views, we got some bite-sized sports gear. You know, we got some Carnage Media stuff. We got 2 Yetis that you can kind of see right here behind me. You know, those are nice. Hot Take Sports, they've got some stuff. And then we have we got a hood or sweater, not sweater. Who calls them sweaters? Crew neck behind me and a t-shirt. And then sweater. Who calls them sweater? What am I, 70?
Yes.
And then we also have some memberships to Demolition Fight Team. So what do you guys want to see given away first?
Ooh, wait,
I was gonna vote bite size.
Okay.
Works for me.
Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel here. Round and round we go. Where we stop, you guys won't know.
We'll go with the hat
number
first.
9.
Not the one that I'm wearing. Number 9. It's great. One of my favorite numbers.
Oh gosh. I don't ask me to pronounce this last name. Nick Ali Elio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? There's this.
I was just about to say
I'm here, and I've got this commentators here that read names for all the time, so they'll be able to. I can't spell. I'm a fighter. I've been punched in the head too many times, guys.
The number of times Clayton or I have had to apologize for ourselves for being like, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this bad boy, but there we go. There it is. Nice. Right there in the chat. Nick Aleo. Congratulations. Well, let's hear it. Let's do it with the Bite Size Sports logo since you're getting the Bite Size Sports merch. There we go. So
down real quick.
We appreciate you, Nick, for commenting and tuning in for us.
Yes, thank
100%. 100%. We appreciate it very much. Everybody, whether you're in the drawing or not, if you're here watching, we appreciate you. So, Zach, I'm going to assume, but step in here, stop me if I'm wrong. You would like the winners to reach out to Carnage Media on Facebook for addresses and such. Maybe send an email to CarnageMediaPPV@gmail.com. If that is your, maybe you don't have Facebook, right? Would an email suffice?
Yeah, no, that'll work. Do you want me to write that in the comments, actually?
Yeah, if you don't mind, put that in the comments for the folks. Sorry in advance if you get some weird emails, Hopefully it'll only be winners. But Andy Martin says, Wolfman, what's up? See, another celebrity appearance here.
What is up, Andy? Hey, I know you commented. You might be winning something, so you better stay tuned.
Ooh, there we go. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, you might want to watch that email, Zach. I think Kev and I are going to create a bunch of fake ones and just start spamming you.
Finally, I'm so happy.
Second Olive Garden
more emails.
Let me try to reach you for their car extended warranty.
Stop it. I get enough of those.
I'll be your Philadelphia Eagles ticket representative.
No, I have to deal with my brother-in-law enough with that. Yeah, you do. That's what you get for going to the Browns games. Anyway. All right. Clayton, what do you want to give away now? Huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you. That black Yeti in the back, caught my eye.
This one?
I'm thinking that's number 2.
Number 2. All right, right here.
Item number 2. Ooh, I can work on voices for this. Can be like, and for item number 2, we're giving away a black HTI Yeti.
I think the Price is Right's in your future. Kev.
Number 8. Number 8 is our winner, which is Hotwire. Hotwire from Twitch.
Hotwire from
Twitch.
Twitch. Thank you again so
Yes.
much. Getting that HTI mug.
I'll post that in there again. I'll just start posting these right here in the comments. How about that?
I think that'll be great. And then that way, if anybody is late to the stream, they're able to see that they've been mentioned at least. And then they can reach out to us about a
Right,
prize.
yeah.
And we'll make a post about it, of course. Don't forget, guys, we're previewing our 2 tournaments from CFS 4 later. I might give you a little sneak peek and put it up on the screen here in between winner announcements, just to give you a little tease.
Wait,
All right,
where's the
Just to
judge?
give you a tease. All right. So Kev, your choice, and I will choose next. What would you like to give out?
So I let's give away. You know what? We've gotten some love from the wonderful folks over at Demolition Fight Team. So can we give one of those away? Is it too early to do
Yes.
that? Should I save that?
Let's give away one of the memberships, a month membership.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
little big ticket
Let's see
item
what we
here
got.
early. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah, round
I
and round we
listen.
go.
I love our brand, but I would say a month at that gym is you know, I'd trade a couple of hats for that. Although I'd just be getting my ass beat, so I probably wouldn't.
And drawing out of it is number 7, Opie. Opie
Oh!
from Twitch, or Brad Opie on Facebook.
Shout out Opie. Loved you in that television show, dude. That was fantastic. Is that why he got tell me he got that nickname because he looks like
Yes,
Sons of
exactly.
Anarchy guy.
Yes.
That's dude.
Yep,
awesome.
he did. He used to have the really, really long beard and the long hair that went with it. He used to bounce with Wade and I when we used to bounce at Nino's. That's where when I fought, that's where I made some of my money. Is I was a bouncer at Nino's.
Yep, just a little side gig, snatching people up, kicking them out.
Dude, bouncing has been fun. Believe it or not, I too have done that job, but it was never I was never the manhandle. I was the here, come talk to me while the former defensive lineman walks up from behind you.
Right.
Well, congratulations, Opie. That is phenomenal. So
yes, congratulations, Opie. You can train with a UFC fighter now.
Guys, I feel like a loser. I'm the only one in this group that hasn't been a bouncer yet.
You got time.
We'll give you time.
You live in BG. How hard is it to get a bouncing job?
What? Oh, it's not hard. I don't get the job. I go to the event that needs the job.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah.
Football games.
Good old. I like going up to BG to watch some of the hockey games. I've done that a couple times.
Watch it.
I like.
All right.
Actually,
Yeah. Don't put me on ice skates.
Listen, this is half. This broadcast is split in half. We got some Toledo representation here, and it's not just Golden Gloves. All right.
Yeah.
Although I can't wait to be back in my old stomping grounds a couple of times a year here to cover Golden Gloves.
Yes.
There's another foreshadowing for later, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Let's give away one of our pay-per-views.
Ooh.
Let's just do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Work on my Marv Albert.
Round we go.
Zach
And
Dominique.
we hit on number 6. Only mistakes from YouTube.
Only Mistakes, one of my favorite fans from over here on the Clout Route. Eggs in the chat whenever Only Mistakes is here. Appreciate your support as always.
Appreciate you
Perfect.
hopping over to Carnage Media and checking us out.
Heck yeah. Being a trader to, Bite Size Sports and watching us on Carnage Media.
Is that how it happened? I see. Like and subscribe, guys. I'm losing fans left and right. Please.
I hope not.
I'm gonna feed my family.
All right, we're back around. Wade, let's see here. We got another pay-per-view. We got another bite-sized sports. We got a couple Carnage Media. We got another Yeti. We got some hot take sports.
I think we're gonna go with our boy Clayton. Hot take sports.
There we go. Hot take sports. Let's see.
And just so you all know, UFC middleweight Brian Barberina does work out in our merch. He sent us pictures and videos of him doing it. So you too. And you know who else wears our merch? Dylan the Mindless Hulk Budka, another UFC. We don't really know if he's going to be a middleweight or welterweight yet. Another UFC fighter wears our merch. Middleweight fighter, dripped out. You already know.
And your winner is number 15, which is Andy Martin. Andy, are you still here with us?
Andy, are you still here?
Here we go.
Andy, if you're still here, you're getting a high quality t-shirt. I'll tell you what.
Hot take.
That's what's up.
Andy, drop your best hot take if you're still here.
Yeah, say just be ready to deliver the spice, Just be careful if you're wearing that hot take sports shirt at the grocery store. Somebody might ask you for one. Be like, hey, it's Thursday.
Yes.
What you got on the game tonight, brother? So just be ready. You're representing out here now. All right. Is it my turn next?
He said he commented in there.
Definitely can be.
Oh, why can't I see it? My comments aren't loading. Yeah, well, what's it say, Wade?
He said, yes, sir. And then 3XL.
Hey, there we go. Now I'm
exactly
back.
what we needed.
Hey, 3XL. I love it. There we go. Thank you. We had some technical difficulties. I was scared. I was like, uh-oh, boys. Somehow the stream is working, but I can't see any of the comments. So we're flying blind from here on out. Would have been a wild place if there were no moderating the chat.
Appreciate you stopping in, Andy.
Yes, thank you so much for your support.
Yeah,
man.
thanks so much, Andy. Andy Martian. That's a bit of a typo there, but I like it. It's a good nickname.
Did I put an S in there?
No, an I.
No, did I put an S in there?
I thought he said Martian.
Oh my goodness.
Sandy Martian. All right.
This is why
Whose
they don't
turn
put
is
me in
it?
front of a camera, guys.
Why?
That's why you're just behind it now.
What's he got in those Yetis,
Oh God! Were you talking about this Yeti?
Yeah, exactly. It's just vodka and ice in there.
He needs ice.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so is it my turn to pick?
I think so.
Have we given away either of those HTI shirts yet?
No, we have not. Which one would you like to give away?
Let's go crew neck, right?
Crew neck.
Or is that a sweatshirt?
It's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
Ooh, okay. Nice. I can wear that to go see my grandma. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's way cooler than that. It just doesn't sound as cool when Zach says it that way. Crew neck sweatshirt on the line.
Number 7.
Wait.
Drew.
Okay.
What?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Sorry. I forgot it removes numbers. I was like, you already said 7 before, but we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're all good. Don't listen to me.
Drew
McIntyre, WWE superstar. Thank you for watching all the way. Drew Buddha.
Buddha, I don't know, Wade, if you remember him at all. He used to play Call of Duty with us back in our early 20s. Be quiet, Clayton.
Yeah, Clayton, you were about 8. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm 20 now, so y'all were my age.
Grinding
Call
of
of Duty.
Duty.
At least they still have that. It's not a relic from the late 1900s.
At least you didn't say Halo. Then I would have been like, oh my gosh.
I still got that on the first Xbox.
Yes. And if he's ever locked out, he can use that Xbox as a battering ram. Those things are, goddamn, like 50 pounds.
It's freaking cinder blocks.
Drew Buddha, congratulations. You've got a sweatshirt headed your way.
You got mail.
Reach out to us. Ooh.
Well, soon.
Already getting emails. Nice.
All right, Clayton.
I think
Clayton, what would you like to give away?
in the spirit of giving, let's give away another membership. Let's give away the second demolition membership. I think that's what we got
The
to do.
last
let's
demolition.
go. Boom, boom.
Here we go.
Bum, 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 bum. Wait, that's Law and Order.
That's right on the line.
No whammies, no whammies.
And the winner is Levi Klein.
Hey,
Hey,
nice.
there we go.
Levi,
Levi
let's
Klein.
go. Levi Klein, congratulations. Heck yes.
Let me
Big
type that
time.
in for us.
All right. And then does that mean, oh, wait, now it's double action on Zach, right? We're waiting for him to type and we're waiting for him to talk. Poor
Yeah,
guy.
this is a bad
Welcome to
mistake. You're making
podcasting,
do
brother.
with stuff.
It's sink or swim out here.
Oh man, yeah, I'm just slow. All right, just call me your grandpa. You know, Clayton probably does anyway because I'm older than him.
No, just don't
Like,
talk about
what
Greg
you-
Maddox.
Greg Maddox was my favorite. I have so many baseball cards of him.
You know, his prime was before I was born, right?
I was born. I was watching him. I was just a little guy, but you know.
Just a
Oh.
little.
Zach, how'd the last dinosaur taste, man?
Mm.
Tough. You ever had alligator before? Same thing.
I have had alligator one time.
I did try that in 8th grade. One of my buddies brought it in, and I swear they just like boiled it in swamp water because it tasted just like that.
See, when I had it, it was good. It really was almost like chicken, like same
Yeah, I
consistency.
enjoy it.
It's because an Ohioan probably cooked that.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I had it in South Carolina.
We
but
call Tom
you
up.
never know.
Tom probably knows how to cook that stuff real well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, next time we get a card down in Florida, we can grill some up.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
We'll catch
I
one.
love it.
Oh yeah.
All right. You know what we haven't given away yet? Let's go with some Carnage Media, some Carnage Media gear. We haven't done that yet.
Carnage merch.
Nice.
We got to come up with a tagline for our merch.
Yeah, we
We're
do.
not there yet.
We'll get there.
Wait. The winner is the individual who is starting to talk smack to Dylan.
Oh!
Michael, was it Michael Graynold? Don't ask me
Yeah.
to pronounce names. God dang it. This is bad for me.
Congratulations, Michael. Dylan Budka's newest fan. He won him over.
That was during my the marker gate, so I was gone and came back to that one.
You'll have to go back for that clip. That was well worth it. Wait. Congratulations, Michael. You've got some
right.
Carnage merch on the way.
Yes, you
Look at
do.
this.
All right. And then let's see here. Just so you guys know, we've got one pay-per-view left. We've got one more item from Bite Size. We've got one more from Carnage Media. We've got one Yeti left. And we've got the t-shirt over here that's still left up. Wait, you're on the clock.
3, 2, 1. Sneak peek over. I told you guys I was going to do it. Wait, I've still got brackets I can sneak peek.
Yeah,
You better
I'm
be
gonna
ready.
go with the shirt. Let's go with the shirt.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
The shirt?
HTI shirt.
HTI shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
HTI, big shout out.
Whoop whoop.
And the winner is Zachary Keebler. Zachary Keebler.
Keebs. What up, Zachary Keebler, host of the Sportsbook Junkies podcast.
Well, now he gets some HTI gear. Congratulations.
And unfortunately, he's a Knicks fan, so it's good. Send him some other kind of merch.
Oh,
A Knicks fan.
if you want to rip one of the sleeves off of that shirt, that'd be
Just one. Just
one. Yeah, you can't do both. That'd be too
No,
easy.
no.
We appreciate you, Keebler. Thank you so much. We are what?
Okay.
Are we over? We're probably over the halfway point, right, guys? We are
Yeah.
getting down to the thick of it.
We
Thank you
are.
all again for tuning in.
2, 3, 4. We got 4 items left. We have 4 items left. Okay. The pay-per-view, Bite Size, Carnage Media, and the Little Yeti.
Ooh, the Yeti. Okay.
The Little Yeti.
So is it my turn then? I
Yep.
think. Oh, you know what
Yeah,
I got to do, guys? You know what I got to do with my last pick? I think it might be my last pick. We got to go with the other bite size item. You know.
Okay, Bite Size it is.
Got to do it. Who's it going to be?
Round and round we go. And it is Dylan Bucka.
Hey,
Let's go. Nice. Okay.
He's liked and subscribed, and
Might
he
save me
commented
some
well.
shipping,
he was doing some commenting, all right. He was
Yeah, he was.
judging our head sizes.
And now,
Oh yeah, I know.
he can be in our tight. I'll make sure whatever size he orders, I'll get him that, but also one size
Tight.
smaller, so it's he
Medium.
can win the tight
Get him a
shirt
medium.
competition. That is great. I had almost forgot, because the time we spent with him, that hour and a half, was so entertaining. I'd almost forgotten about the stack ranking commentary he had from the comment section. That was great. If you guys missed it, check it out. The stream was a blast.
Oh, I had fun. I had real fun.
It was real fun.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Where we at?
100%. You know, we did a couple of things, like put together a little bit of some brackets, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That bracket is gone for now. We'll see it again later, I'm sure.
What was that? I'm intrigued. What is that?
All right.
Only time will tell. I don't know.
All right. Clayton, you're on the clock. What is your next pick? Pay-per-view, Carnage Media, or Yeti?
In honor of one of my favorite tweets of all time resurfacing, because it involves an MMA commentator, let's give away our last pay-per-view.
Ooh.
And Zach, while you're spinning, I will tell this story. So, for those of you who don't know, current UFC commentator Paul Felder was actually a lightweight fighter. I believe he was 17-6, Philadelphia native, super tough dude. But he retired from fighting in 2020, and some guy tweeted at him, "Stay retired, Paul. You're a better commentator than fighter." And Paul Felder tweeted back at him, "Does it make you feel good saying that? Now, would you say that to my face, man to man?" And the guy responded with, "Nope, you kicked my ass. That's why I said it on Twitter." And then Paul Felder just said, "Fair enough," after that.
Yeah. Didn't he just enter the USADA pool again?
Yeah, he did. He put his name back in. He was inspired by the Korean Zombies send-off. I don't know if we'll see him again, but he said that he at least wanted the path to be open, so he put his name back in.
Okay.
He's going to challenge whatever this, Jim 7814, whoever that guy was on Twitter. He's like, "I want you."
Yeah,
in the octagon.
All right. So you ready to hear who the winner is?
I would love to know who the winner is.
So this winner was actually a winner of one of the auctions that we did.
Oh,
Haley.
Okay.
Haley, congrats. Okay,
Haley
that's
gets to
right.
win one of the pay-per-views. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Haley.
January
That way
20th. I hope you're not busy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Be a good one. Be a good one.
All right. The last two, we got Carnage Media or the Yeti.
Think we're gonna go Carnage Media.
Carnage Media. All right. Last two items right here too.
Ooh, I wish I would drum roll, but it's bad for our audio quality.
Yeah.
Raiders are going to tank.
The winner is Andrew Smith.
Hey,
Smith
shout
is
out
the
to
winner.
Andrew.
Boxing coach in his own
Yeah.
right. I've been seeing some a lot of posts, teammates giving him some love, well deserved. But in those posts, they've been mentioning to hit Andrew up for boxing lessons. So I would say, if they're saying it, but based on the conversations I've had with him, the dude definitely knows his stuff. Clayton, we see him cornering all the time. Andrew Smith, shout out to him. Hit him up if you want some lessons.
Anytime you see Andrew Smith in the corner, you know that fighter is going to come ready to bring it. Absolutely.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Congratulations, Andrew. And like Kev said, if you guys are looking to box, hit up Andrew Smith.
I think his gym that he does any training out of really like solely just trains other people's out of Ottawa. So if you guys are around the Ottawa area, make sure to hit up that gym. I can't remember quite what the name of it is, but make sure to hit that one up. And we've got one last thing, which is the last Yeti, the white little Yeti. And let's see who our winner is.
Ooh.
It is Gates Cook. Gates the sniper cooks.
Hey, Gates, that's right. Congratulations. Thanks again for coming out, hanging out on the stream. Hope we get to talk to Gates again soon, whether it's on a pre-fight interview or just have him on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a while. A lot has
Maybe we should do it
happened
before.
since the last time we talked to him, like, like a knockout of the year candidate, little things.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And I will say, Gates and Dylan were recently on the Rise to Elevate podcast on YouTube. So all of our viewers, make sure you guys go check that out. Two very, very interesting individuals and how they're approaching this sport and this lifestyle. So make sure to go check those out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been very cool. I've been seeing some of the clips they've been using for that to make reels. So can't wait to check that out.
Absolutely.
Zach, that puts a wrap on our giveaway, correct?
Yes, the giveaway is done. It is over with. And if you guys enjoyed that, let us know, and maybe we'll do another one.
For sure. I just want to say thank you to everybody that again, we don't do this without you guys, so thank you.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
a lot. Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate. And one last time, a reminder for those of you who did win, please reach out to us on our Facebook page, Carnage Media, or you can send an email, CarnageMediaPPV@gmail.com. That information is all in the comments, so you can check that out, whatever platform you're on, unless you're on Twitter, in which case, go find us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. So yeah, once again, thank you all so much. We will be in contact to confirm sizing and all that stuff, and we'll be getting your items out to you very soon.
Yes. Yes.
So what do we want to go to next, gentlemen? I believe we have a card this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. We just got a new partnership with Toledo Golden Gloves.
Excited.
Ooh, yeah. Zach, you want to tell them a little about the Golden Gloves?
So we don't really know everyone who's going to be on this card quite yet. But what we do know is that it is a feeder into the local tournament. So how that goes is there's a local tournament, local state tournament, and then from there it goes to regionals. Then from regionals you go to nationals. So we're just now getting into the beginning part of it and kind of figuring out who's going to be on this tournament card, which is going to be in March. So this weekend we'll probably have another hefty card. I'm assuming, since it's a Golden Gloves, not quite sure, but yeah, I'm excited. Maybe we can't get the actual director, the Toledo Golden Gloves director, on here, so maybe we could talk to him sometime and he can explain it a little bit better than I can, because we just got this deal, so I'm still doing a little bit of research on it to figure it out.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, I love some boxing, and one thing we can comment on a little bit, because we did just have some great fights. Ruthless made round 5 had some, I believe it was Indianapolis Golden Gloves guys there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Jawan Bacon was a Golden Gloves fighter.
That was a great fight.
And he showed
He's
it.
a tough dude, man. That's about all you can say, right?
Yeah.
You got in there and got it done, and he looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys had fun with their nicknames too, didn't you? Because was it Childs is
Chili dog.
Chili dog at Chili Dog versus Bacon
versus Jawan Sizzling Bacon.
Yep.
Sizzling Bacon. There we go.
Yeah.
Because we had I can't remember Baconator.
Oh
crap.
Zach, you have my sheets.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, I was like, I was like, oh no, we have earlier in the card we had someone with the Baconator, and I was like, I
Over here
hope
making me hungry doing the whole show.
Yeah, I haven't eaten dinner yet. Y'all are killing me.
All right,
You guys
we'll
trying to
have
go to Wendy's after this?
Oh man, so Golden Gloves December 16th. That card starts at 3 p.m. A couple of you now have some free pay-per-views you could potentially cash in. Well, we definitely will have more Golden Gloves events coming soon.
Yeah. So I'm happy that we
is-
got that partnership because our whole thing is to try to give people, these young fighters, more of a platform. And what better to do it with Golden Gloves? Because people talk about Golden Glove fighters, but then you don't really know them in their early area until they get more famous into the pros. And then they're like, oh, let me look back and see if I can find other fights of them during their Golden Gloves time. So we get to get that platform for them now to really get their name out there before they grow their career. So I'm happy about that one.
And if anybody wants to go and see it, it is going to be at the Wayman D. Palmer YMCA. So that is where those fights will be located at this Saturday at 3 p.m.
Yep.
Can't wait. Although it'll be a bit of an adjustment with the show starting around when I usually show up for work. So that'll be a bit of an adjustment. But other than that, we
But
should
the
be
beautiful thing is we get off early.
right. No 11.
We get to catch the UFC.
296, baby.
Yeah.
Woo, 296. Hey, if you guys missed it on the stream, Clayton and I had a great conversation about the upcoming 296 press conference on Thursday. Would love to talk about Ian Machado, Gary, with you guys some more, but I know we've got some other stuff to get to first. But you're not going to want to miss this event.
I went back and watched that. I was highly entertained. So thank you guys.
Of course. Of course.
My phone was listening to us because I got on one of the like TikTok or something, and then his wife appeared on one of the videos and was talking about it, and I just instantly thought about you guys' conversation.
Oh man, poor guy. He just props to him if he shows up, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't show up on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm no showing that crap. 100%.
Nope.
I hope he does show up.
Oh, so do I.
See it.
100%. So do I. Yeah. But if I were him, I wouldn't be there. But no, it is going to be a great card. I look forward to it. Depending on our night, how it goes, you could probably at the very least expect some of us to be live tweeting that or posting about it. But we keep an eye out because Fight Companions will be part of Carnage Media's offering here very soon. It may not be on the night where we also have a gig. So keep an eye out on those. We'll definitely be doing it by 300. Yeah, maybe our first, but make sure you're subscribed so you're notified, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter so we'll tell you about it. Just like we have this little schedule up here, which we'll go over. Well, actually, Zach, do you want to go over the schedule first, or do we want to go over the bracket first? How do you want to do it?
Well, we can pop up the schedule, kind of go over a little bit of what we got coming up, and then we can dive into it a little bit. So, like we said here, we've got December 16th. It's a boxing show. That's going to be in Toledo. Golden Glove Boxing. Excited for that one. And then we have a Friday show, December 22nd, in Falls Story, Ohio. Venue 18, Garcia Promotion. It's the first one we've done of these guys. I've started to see some posters being put up. I see that there's a lot of guys that we've covered before on it. So I'm excited to see some of those fights that are coming up. I'll have more information on that probably a little bit later this week. Unfortunately, Mondays I don't normally have all that info. And then we have January 20th. That's a Saturday. Kickboxing Carnage Fight Series for Angola, Indiana, at the Electric Room. Always a good time right there. I don't know about you guys. Whoever puts that show on does an amazing job. So, so then we've got January 27th. We've got boxing, Ruthless May Promotion 6. Not sure where that is located at quite yet, but you already know that is going to have the works done on it.
Yes.
The lights, the showmanship. Every little thing you can think of, it's going to be there. So if you guys should go there, check it out. If you can't, catch it on pay-per-view.
We got you.
And then we've got stuff in February and March already planned out. We've got February 3rd. That's an MMA show. Another Ego Fight Series 3. I heard that the last ones went pretty well that were on Saturday. So yeah,
It was a
that's going to
stacked
be
card.
in Troy. Oh yeah, it was. And then March 2nd, we've got kickboxing again, Carnage Fight Series 5. That's again Angola, Indiana, the Electric Room. Also, if you guys don't know, we are doing a girls tournament for that. So if you're an amateur fighter at 115 or 125 pounds, hit us up. We've got a couple fighters already. We just need a couple more to fill it in. And then March 30th is the weekend of March 30th because it is the Golden Glove Boxing Tournament. It is the first stage of going to nationals. So that is another one that I'm looking forward to. But that's going to be a long weekend, boys. 2 days, 2 days worth of fighting. So
I might put in for a day off on Monday. Yeah, I would say Ricolas will be stocked and plenty, along with the electrolyte, whatever that off-brand Gatorade stuff is.
I think that's called Powerade, Kev.
Oh, there we go. So there is our upcoming schedule. Again, make sure you're tapped into our social media so you get updates on these. But as you can see, Zach here does a great job of keeping our calendars full. Funny enough, I had someone reach out to me in November about a movie premiere, shameless plug, Zach, and they were like, hey, good news. I booked the second date for Lonely Legend. We're going to do a showing on January 20th. And I was like, no, I already have a thing. And he's like, I it's like 2.5 months out. I thought for sure. I was like, yeah, that's the thing though. We're getting a lot of gigs. We're working real hard to keep that calendar full so we can bring all of you weekend after weekend of all the carnage, all the chaos.
And I actually, before we got on here, I just got off the phone with Devin, who put on Superfly Promotions. He's looking to put a show on in March as well. So we might have another trip to West Virginia coming up. So there's another exciting thing right there.
Nice. Can't wait. That was a great trip.
Yeah, that was a good card too. So talk about Carnage. There's some Carnage in that one.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever had to wash blood off of my stuff.
Well, great for you, Kev, because he said he wants more MMA fights on there this time instead of a mixture of boxing MMA. He's gonna have more MMA than just the two that were bloody.
Okay, well, which is good. A nice mix would be good. I will say this. I hope that he doesn't get rid of the boxing because that was kind of fun for me, guys. Seeing boxing in an octagon like that was a unique experience. It really changes a lot about the game, especially, we've been learning it as we go here, at least from my position, right? So I've learned a lot from Amin and all of our other wonderful commentators. And so to see the sport, that I know about, the corners, the ropes, and then all of a sudden people are boxing in an octagon. It's like, oh, wow, this is a very different. It was a cool experience. So I hope there's at least a couple boxing matches on the next Superfly. But man, if I can't complain about more of what we got in that MMA portion. If we get more of that, yes, please sign me up.
Yeah. So more things to come. I'm excited for it. So I hope you guys are too, because I know you guys love watching it and calling it. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, there we have that. And let's bring it back now to us. So, as you saw on that calendar, CFS 4 is right around the corner, just over a month away now. And one of the things we did this Saturday was draw that card live. So we have the tournament brackets all done now, ready. So now is our time to kind of preview, take a little bit of time. We've seen some of these folks fight before, so we'll be able to actually give you a little mini preview. Again, you're home for all of the previews for any Carnage Media pay-per-view is right here, Carnage Unleashed. We talk about them on Monday nights when available. So if you want to get the inside scoop and potentially even have fighter interviews, it's right here. So gentlemen, Wade, I'm going to ask you curveball. Is that your guys are co-founders? All right. Wade's my boss here on Mondays, right? He runs the podcast. I'm in a pickle. So Wade, 170 or heavyweight, which one do we want to preview first?
Ooh. Let's go 170. Save the big boys for last.
Ooh, 170 it is. There we have it, folks. Breathe it all in its glory. We've got a couple of wonderful matchups to start. Now, I will say up here at the top, Joey Hertzeller and Nate LaRocco. I do not believe I've called a fight from either of these guys yet.
Nope.
Clayton, have you?
Nope, not that I know, but that just adds to the carnage.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good plug right there.
Oh, yeah.
Zach, I think you handled a lot of the booking or of these guys. So anything that you can tell us about Joey or Nate?
So I'm not very familiar with Nate. Now, Joey, I have seen before. He is more of a, I want to say karate type guy. I think that's what he trained a lot in was karate. But he's a kicker. I do know that he loves to throw kicks and things like that because he's more of around when I fought is how I know Joey. So he's a bit of a from my era of fighting. So he's a little bit older. He knows what he's doing though. So he definitely has experience. Now Nate, I am not quite sure. He's one of those guys that as soon as he saw the posters that we were making, he's like, yeah, sign me up. Hello. Yep. Put me in.
I am Nate. I'd like to
Put me in,
fight.
coach.
Yeah. Love that. Love that.
So
that'll be very exciting.
It'll be a good fight.
What about our next, which is a reminder, you mentioned the kicks, for those of you who haven't picked up on it yet, CFS, that is our kickboxing promotion. So that is going to be very exciting. One of my favorite iterations of combat sports to call. I do love it. I just feel like I don't see enough of it. I can find MMA fights pretty regularly. I can find boxing matches pretty regularly. Kickboxing, not quite so much. So I do love when we have these events. So our next fight on this list, Josh DeWitt versus Xander White. We'll start with you, Wade. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
I think it's probably going to be pretty good. I don't know Josh as well, but Xander White, I've seen him fight a couple times on some shows that we covered. I think he just fought last weekend too. So
yeah,
and I think he
won.
If I remember right, he won by he won by submission, I believe, or a TKO.
He won by knockout. That's what I'm looking up right here. He beat Peyton Spurlock.
Oh wow, yeah.
Carnage Media regular.
Oh wow,
knocked him out in the second round.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's no easy task.
Yeah, he comes to fight. So, Josh got his hands full, and I think that it'll probably be a good fight because I know Xander likes to stand and bang, and he likes to get in there. So I love it when they like to stand there, stand in the pocket, and just throw them things.
Yeah. Xander definitely has put on some performances in that regard. A heavy hitter. I'm looking for again. I think we'll see a lot of kicks in play in this one as well. Zach, any thoughts on the Xander White Josh DeWitt matchup?
Yeah. So Josh himself, he's young. He's 18. So he's 18 years old, new to fighting. He gave me a little list of things about him. Hey, we've got a reach, guys. Someone actually gave us their reach. He's got a 75 inch reach. So, and what he says is he's good at finding his range and he's good at pacing. So that pacing part is going to come in clutch then because of how this tournament was run. You're going to have to fight a couple times in the evening if you keep on winning,
Yeah, it's three wins for the belt, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you'll fight twice in one night, and then if you get to that championship, you will fight on March 2nd.
That's right.
For the belt.
That is right. So yeah, that one's going to be exciting. Clayton, anything to add about Josh DeWitt versus Xander White?
Nothing that hasn't been said. Like we said, Xander White's going to bring it. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see how Josh adapts to that, being new to fighting, but with a new guy, you never know. So it'll be that's an interesting one. But this next fight, man, that one jumped out to me right away.
Oh yeah.
That's shout out to you guys for good matchmaking there. Shout out to the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wheel really gave us a good one. Aaron Mock versus Gates Cook, guys. So the last time we had Aaron Mock on a card, if my memory serves, might have been Renegade Rumble, which, for those of you who don't know, was the same day that I officiated my first wedding. And so I actually missed the first half of this card. I believe I showed up right around the time that Aaron Mock was getting his hand raised in that fight. But I've heard good things. I've seen good things from the replay. Of course, I've seen Gates fight several times. We know what he can do. We talked about it earlier with that incredibly quick. Incredibly, yeah, very long, accurate punches. That's probably, sniper, good branding by him. And has one of the quickest knockouts in Ohio this year, if not, isn't it but it's up for knockout of the year. So these two, this is going to be one of those, like, they're both very good and technically sound, but I still think it might not go out of the first round. I guess it has a potential to be a one and done first round finish kind of deal.
It definitely could be.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for that one too. Like, ooh, in the first round, if we kick it off like last time.
Yeah, if you guys want to make that the opener, that'd be good.
Maybe on the main card. Maybe the first one on the main card.
Get them started. Oh yeah, that's right. We might be might have a big old card. Maybe there'll be some prelim stuff. Who knows?
Yeah.
This next one, Elijah Butler versus Day Bay. Now a couple of new names for me personally, Zach. What are we looking at here with Elijah and Day?
So Elijah, a little bit about Elijah. He is actually from North Carolina. He is actually from Angola, Indiana. And he just trains down in the Carolinas, and he hit me up. He goes, "Hey, I would really like to jump on your card." This is actually before we were doing this tournament. He had hit me up for the first tournament, and he was just like, and Wade and I had already been talking about doing a 170 for our next one. And, I was like, yeah, what's your weight? We'll be doing tournaments in the future. He's like, I'm 170. I'm like, oh, how ironic. Well, that's going to be our next one anyway. So he's like, yes, sign me up. I love that. I don't get a lot of opportunities to fight back home. I was like, yeah, well, let's do it. Let's sign you up. So he seems real excited and ready to go.
Yeah.
That's
and then
great.
If memory serves right, Dave Bay was supposed to fight on our last card, but some guy decided to spar and break his toe. break his toe after weighing in.
Yes.
Bold strategy.
So I'm excited to see Dave Bay fight because he was there. He's ready to rock and roll. And unfortunately, you got some wimps, I would say.
I'm gonna be nice.
There he is.
I'm gonna be
That's
nice.
a promoter right there.
I was gonna go in a little bit more, but I'll keep it PC.
Yeah, he's like, I got a podcast owner, business owner, podcast. Yeah, okay. No, so there we have it, folks. The 170 tournament is going to be a banger, and without a doubt, this heavyweight bracket is not going to disappoint you either. Now, there are equal number of names that I'm familiar with on this card, and I just saw in the comments, Mallow Mitchell, what's up?
Yeah,
Got here right on time.
Yeah. Right in here.
All right, so I guess we'll start at the top again. Zach Swick versus Milton Watts. Zach, I'm gonna kick it to you. What do we know about these two?
So Zach, he actually trains out of an actual kickboxing place, so that should be interesting. I didn't know they actually had many just kickboxing gyms around this area, because I've done a lot of research in finding gyms. I tell you that, especially for kickboxing around the Indiana area. So, I'm excited to see what this guy is all about. I mean, because I love heavyweights. You get one or two things. You get a heavyweight who can sit back and pace themselves, or you come out and they just go crazy and they go nuts, and they just start swinging for the fences, and then by the end of it, there's nothing. There's nothing left for them. So, and then we've got Milton. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like Milton or was it Julian? One of them is from Chicago, and they had hit me up. I think no, it was. I'm sorry, that's Julian. Julian had hit me up there. He's the one who's from Chicago. But yeah, so Milton, I can't. He's a new guy. He hit me up kind of last minute, so we'll have to see what he's all about. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
That's
won't.
the beauty
Oh, go
of
ahead,
this.
Wade.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that was the beauty of us creating this. We're getting a lot of new guys we haven't seen come in here, and we're just gonna see what everybody's made of.
Yeah. Exactly.
And speaking of, well, not new guys, here's some guys that we do know. And Tom Abruzzi versus AJ Mattia. Now, Tom, of course, actually has held the camera for us. He's been a backstage guy. He's done a lot of help. So, you know, I've not seen him train. I've seen him fight once though, and I know that he'll be ready. He'll be prepared. But so will AJ. I know you guys both know AJ,
Yeah.
Wade, Zach.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts? A tough. We have to be super objective here. So be careful, gentlemen. Walk on eggshells. All right.
So
Double knockout.
I will say
Double knockout.
Double knockout. Yeah. It'll be a draw. This will be our first ever draw. They'll both advance.
Yes. Well, with this matchup, the problem is going to be is AJ's got a lot of experience. You know, Tom has one fight underneath his belt, so you know AJ. That's going to be the problem is for Tom is just AJ's got a lot of experience. Plus, I don't know if you guys have ever seen AJ throw a kick. Ow. Just watching it, I hurt. I feel like he could break down trees if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So good luck, Tom. We wish you the best.
AJ's just big, man.
Yeah. So the little background is Tom. We knew him for a little bit, and then he saw what we were doing, and he wanted to get in shape. So he's like, "Hey, I want to start training. I want to do a kickboxing match." And we're like, "Hey, we can get you on, and you just got to train." And he started training. And I think he lost what, like 30 pounds or something like that.
Yes.
And then he stepped in on our last card. It was just a featured bout. It wasn't on the tournament or nothing. And he pulled off a win. And it was kudos to him. He wanted to do something. He got in there, showed some courage, and he's ready. He loved it so much. He's like, "Let me get in on this heavyweight tournament." So that was a little backstory on Tom. And then AJ, he's been training for a while now. He's got a lot of experience. He was also a really big guy. If you want check out his story, he's had an amazing story. He's cutting like over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
He's
also coaching people to help lose weight as well.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yep. So two incredible guys. It's going to be tough for Tom since he's the least experienced fighter, but couldn't get two better guys in there that's going to respect each other, but also throw in and put on a good performance.
Yeah, and you guys talked about it with those leg kicks. We've seen it with the tournaments in the past. It's usually a good sign. You know, I've learned thanks to our great announcers, color commentators like Christian Getzy in West Virginia and Amin L a couple of times. You know, I've learned a couple of keys to the boxing game, but I can tell you just from having watched Carnage Fight Series over the year, I picked up on this very key factor to winning kickboxing matches, and they are heavy leg kicks. And yeah, especially in a tournament aspect like this, guys, right? Because you know, those become doubly effective in that second fight and in that third fight because you know, they've probably absorbed a few, and especially if you're not someone who's used to switching your stance, that eventually becomes the only way to defend against that. If your leg gets too heavy, you can't move, you can't parry, deflect. It's just a target. So now you got to switch stances so you don't keep getting that leg obliterated. But where's your power coming from? And so unless you're trained, because somebody like me, I might as well flick a paper football at you before I punch you with my left arm. And so you know, it'll be very interesting. I love seeing that. Clayton, any thoughts on this key matchup before we move to the next one?
No, nothing that hasn't been said already. Just like I say it all the time on the pay-per-view for some of our more seasoned listeners. when the big guys get in there, anything can happen. This is a must-see card for sure.
Yes.
I don't disagree. And next we have Caleb Garver and Julian Mister. Zach, what is the scoop here?
So, Caleb is from Bryan, Ohio, so not too far from Angola, a little bit distance here from us around our area. Kevin, you're a little bit farther away, but
Yeah.
he let's see here. Does MMA is what he mostly does. He's 2-1 as an MMA fighter. He's a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's fighting out of Defiance, Ohio. So I'm wondering if maybe he knows the real street Jesus Lino, if he's fighting out and around that area.
Yeah.
Ooh, decorated Carnage Fight Series kickboxer in his own right.
Mhm.
The real street Jesus.
Our first
Still looking
pro
for-
belt winner.
Still looking for somebody that wants to step up to him in the 125.
Nobody at
scared?
125 wants the smoke.
Don't
Yeah, I
be
was
scared.
That's
Sorry, unfortunately, a sentence you'll be saying a lot over the years. Yeah. Still looking for someone who wants to fight Lino. No.
Well, it's hard to find 125ers person. I mean,
It
there's not a whole lot of them around. And the good ones and all the good ones are jumping up real quick into, those elite promotions. So
And Lino will be
Yeah.
there soon enough, and then we'll get to be
Will.
like, I know that guy. And you guys will be able to like, oh, I can go watch his fights from before he got big. And let's see. Oh, Andy with some additional information here. This is cool. I believe Garver trains with Justin Fleming.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That'd be great. Oh, yeah.
Black
Shout out
market's a
Justin.
good camp, man.
Yep.
okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Anybody else? I'm sorry, I got completely out of order on this one. Anybody else got thoughts on Caleb versus Julian?
Zach,
Hold
were
on,
you saying that Julian
now-
was the one from
now
Chicago?
Julian, hold on, let me double check here. I think he is the one that's from Chicago. He is also another big boy. He's another big boy like AJ. He is 275 pounds at a whopping 6'6".
Whew.
Woo-hoo.
Dang.
His nickname, by the way, is the Soul Eater. So I can see why. Just the
That-
Soul Eater.
I can't wait. Wow. Yep. I
wanna
can't
see
wait to
that
hear. I
stare
can't wait
down.
to hear Mike Bennett say that. Mike or Eddie, whoever's going to be there. They're gonna have a lot of fun with that one.
Yes.
Only
Um,
mistakes. Welcome. Hey, you won something earlier
Yeah.
today, by the way. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Pay-per-view. You won a free pay-per-view.
That is right. So congratulations. Hit us up either on Facebook or send us an email, CarnageMediaPPV@gmail.com to get your pay-per-view. Andy says, damn, I'm glad I retired from fighting them some big boys.
Well, we can always get you on. Don't get me wrong. We can
never
put
too
you on there,
late.
Andy.
Yeah, are you really retired? Like, come on.
We can get you in. We know a guy.
I'll put in a good word with the promoter. I mean, he's a fellow bald, so I got some in.
They gotta stick together.
Oh,
Bald
right.
people.
We got to get you on a clout route, Zach. Yeah, we get you and my buddy James from Bite Size Sports, and we'll have just four corners of balds.
Oh yeah.
Be
What do you
amazing.
guys talk about? What do you guys talk about on the clout route?
Oh, it just anything, everything. Scammers, grifters. So a lot of Logan Paul.
Oh.
Just and generally just horrible people that scam people on the internet, or chase the clout route. That's what we're there to talk about. So a couple of guys who I do not know to be horrible clout chasing goblins, but I do know them both to be some heavy hitting fighters. We've got Thomas Wayne, not to be confused
No,
with
it's
the
Batman's
father
name.
of Batman. Yeah.
He wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I'm Batman. Versus Mallow Mitchell, who was in the chat earlier. Once again, what is up? So let's go. We'll start with you, Clayton. What are your thoughts on this one?
well, we saw Thomas Wayne on the last Carnage card. He fought Tom Abruzzi. I believe it's Abruzzi. There we go.
No one can pronounce it right. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
You gotta
yeah.
just
Swamper.
jazz it up a
There we
little
go.
bit. Just
Swamper.
Abruzzi.
It's Italian. It is Italian. So
We'll call him Swamper, but Thomas fought
There you go.
Swamper, and He lost a close fight. It was a good fight. It was very competitive the entire time. I haven't seen Mallow yet, but thank you for joining us in the chat tonight. Very excited to see you fight for the first time. So this will be a good one. I'm excited. Like I said, heavyweights are about as entertaining as they come in combat sports. So,
oh, for sure. No, I'm trying.
Yeah. So I've seen obviously Thomas Wayne. We watched him go up against Tom Abruzzi in last card, and they put on a good fight, and they're leaving everything out there. But Mallow, I haven't seen fight in a match. Well, actually, I saw him fight in a boxing match, but I've also seen him train, and he's come a long way. He's got some crisp technique, so I'm excited to actually get to see him in this tournament.
He's actually doing, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually doing a grappling event tomorrow to raise some money. I think it's was it shop with a cop or something like that?
Yes, that does sound correct.
So
shop with a cop. Good. That's going to be over at Venue 18, right?
Yeah, that is going to be Venue 18. So if anybody wants to help support that and donate, make sure to go out to Venue 18 and donate some money for Shop at the Cop for Christmas. Hey.
We got another comment for you, Wolfman. Andy Martin says, "My little man is ready for kickboxing in March."
All right. Let's see if we can't get him matched up.
Make it happen, Sergeant. All right. So Keegan Martin versus Sidney Leith. All right.
We'll see what we can't do.
Well, that is about it, right, gentlemen? Any final thoughts on this Carnage Media 4 Carnage Fight Series? Apologies. CFS 4 card on Carnage Media on January 20th.
In the wise words of Conor McGregor, buy that pay-per-view twice.
Yes, that will be great. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for that portion of the show. I should have kept, here, one more time. Here's our upcoming schedule.
Oh, yeah.
December, January, and February, March. Keep on the lookout. Of course, the best way to know about any of this stuff is just to be following us on social media, and we will update you accordingly. So, gentlemen, we have hit the hour mark, so I don't know how much longer we have, everyone. So I don't want to skip right to my favorite segment. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that you guys had before we dive into the WM?
Yeah, I just want to touch on one UFC fight this past weekend. And that was Khalil versus Anthony Smith. Clayton
does not want to talk about it.
You got any thoughts on this?
I have no thoughts. I don't like Khalil Roundtree, and I like Anthony Smith. So that was like the worst possible ending for that one.
I really like Anthony.
Khalil looked great, man. Like, it's hard to argue when you're knocking out, the guy with the third most pro fights in the UFC on the UFC's roster currently. So Anthony Smith's been around forever. Unfortunately, this could be the beginning of the end, man. I think that was pro fight number 57 or 58 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at some point, your body's just can't take it anymore. And he's fought some of the best. He fought John Jones. So it's
no,
hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts
a lot. It hurts a lot. Don't judge me, chat.
Who was it that got knocked down by body shots though?
That would be
basically almost TK'd. I can't remember.
Shannon Ross, or it was Hung Sung Park versus Shannon Ross, and Hung Sung Park hit him with a double liver shot to drop him and put him out in a second. That was nice.
That was nasty.
Yeah, while we're talking about that card, shout out to fellow Frenchman and fellow Kevin Jusset for his fight against Song Kanan. Damn it! I almost wrote the whole thing legibly. I almost.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh man. No, I've got some other notes here. They're a little hard to read, but that was a good time watching UFC Vegas 83. Anybody, Clayton, any other thoughts from that card?
Not from that card. The only thing that I would like to touch on is my brain says Leon Edwards next weekend, but my heart says Colby Covington because, guys, think about it. Sean O'Malley, Sean Strickland, and Colby Covington would all be champions then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would and Colby and Sean were going at each other on Twitter today. I'll pull that up real quick. Colby was like calling out Sean for just being dumb, right? Like he says a lot of crazy stuff. But Sean Strickland called back, said the only thing Colby can do is call 911. Not an ounce of respect for him. You ran from Verdum and you called the cops on George after running your mouth. So interesting stuff from the top two trash talkers in MMA today.
Yeah. Although Leon said that if he won that fight, he's going to call out Sean Strickland.
No way. You need 5 title defenses in your division minimum before you jump up and try and get double champ.
Yeah, it's getting a little out of hand.
I was
getting
just about to say,
crazy.
can we talk about that for half a second? The double because I thought I was
He wants
the
that
only
payday.
one.
Yeah, because he knows Sean Strickland would sell it for him and he wouldn't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hot take there. Sean Strickland would sell that fight.
Although I'd be okay if Colby Covington won and then decided to jump up to fight Sean Strickland because that'd be a beauty of some shit talking.
Oh, that would be the greatest. I'm not going to class. I'm not going to work. Don't call me any of you guys either. I'm glued to my TV for that one for sure. If that ends up happening.
That press conference quickly turns into a meeting on my work calendar. Sorry guys, I'm nope, I'm not taking any calls.
Wait, this Thursday's isn't already?
Oh well, this Thursday's is, but I wasn't supposed to say that while we were live. Oops. I'll put the time in. I'll put the request in. No, this Thursday's presser is going to be phenomenal because Ian Machado Gary's got I think at least 3 different people in there who probably want a piece. Leon being one of them, and then Covington maybe just because of being easy target, and he can just build his brand by just taking a shot. So, oh my God. It's going to be must-see TV. I cannot wait for that. But yeah, so I like that thought of what Clayton just said about you need 5 title defenses before you can get to the double champ. Obviously, Zach pointed out why, and I would never sit here and say that a fighter shouldn't want double champ status right away. You want to be the best. It's kind of the new thing now. Everybody to prelim into Wrestling Minute, everybody's trying to be Ultimo Dragon here and have 7 belts because it gives you the money. And it's the one thing you can, right? It's on top of the money. It's the ego thing. Like the longer the UFC goes on, the more champions there are. And how do you separate yourself from being just a champion is to be a double champion. But should the UFC be a little more selective about it, or are they right to just book the money fights whenever they come along? Are you guys worried about them diluting what the titles mean just by giving people double title fights willy-nilly, or is this the right move?
They're not going to do it. I don't think they will. Volkanovski earned it. Israel Adesanya, when he jumped up to fight Jan Blachowicz, earned it. You know what I mean? Daniel Cormier, he started at heavyweight and then went down to light heavyweight and jumped back up.
Yeah.
So it makes, I think the UFC is going to mitigate that. There's no way that Leon Edwards gets the next middleweight title shot. It's going to be Dreykus. And then Robert Whittaker should fight Jared Cannonier to figure it out after that. But,
we're talking about double champs, but here's the real question. When are we going to have our first ever triple champion? Because someone's thinking about it. Think so?
Alex Pereira could do it. Henry Cejudo could do it if he gets back on track. I'm trying to think of it would have to be somebody lighter, right? Because those weight classes are a little closer. So I'm thinking theoretically, Aljo could do it because he already has 1. If he jumps up to 45 and beats Volk, there's 2. And then he walks around at like 170 pounds or something like that. So like he wouldn't be the smallest lightweight out there.
Yeah.
True.
His only problem is he's got age working against him now. He's in his 30s, so that's the one place Sean O'Malley might have him. Sean's not a huge bantamweight either, though. So
he just knows how to hit at the end of his punches.
yeah, he does.
Use that length and just snap, pop, and that power comes through.
Zach, who do you think it's going to be?
You see what? Triple champ? I don't think
Triple
we're going to see one. I don't think we're going to see one anytime soon. I hope we don't. If I'm being honest, I think that the amount of time and effort that you have to put into just getting a championship and then getting to a double championship, like you said, there should be some criteria to it. Now, if you're like John Jones, you know what I mean? Like, obviously he's too big to do something like that. But if you have someone like that in the lightweights that can just steamroll everybody they go through, hopefully they stay clean or are off cocaine, and don't get in trouble, go to jail, and have a nice career just put together where they're not getting hurt. They're finishing people early. They're finishing people often. They get in there, they get their first belt, then they defend it, like you said, 5 times. Go for that second belt. And I feel like if you can go back and forth, I don't know, like let's just say 2 times each, I think if your body's able to, you should then be able to go for that third. But come on, you can't just give it away. It's got to be something that's really, really earned, in my opinion.
Absolutely, 100%.
And the one final thought on it that concerns me as a consumer is it's hard enough to be a double champ without sort of leaving your first division high and dry, sort of holding the belt hostage, like one Mr. Conor McGregor did for a little while, where it's so I just got these belts and I can just hold them for however long as I want. Imagine that with now. Okay, so I've done all that work that Zach just laid out to be a double champ. Now I'm going to go for a third one. So now you got 2 divisions that they can, and that's when I get worried about, you're going to have to strip somebody if they don't defend it long enough, stuff like that. So I don't think we're that far away from it, because as we've discussed, like the double champ is the trend. That's going to be that next thing. There's always somebody who's able to push the envelope to be the new GOAT. I do agree with Zach. I think it's got to be someone in the lighter weights. I think it's easier to have that flexibility if that's what you do. I don't think we're going to see someone who one of those 3 is heavyweight. I just don't see that being the case because of all that you would have to do to fluctuate between that weight. I just feel like a lot of heavyweights could just overpower you when you're going through that process back and forth. But we shall see. I imagine we'll see one in our lifetimes. I know we're getting old. Maybe in Clayton's lifetime. It might be after one of us of bald guys have kicked the bucket, but I think we'll see one.
They'd have to put like the cruiserweight division in there if they wanted a heavyweight guy to do it. You would need to put something like in between. Yeah, you would need something like that. I think it's like 225, I think is what the cruiserweight is. Actually hold on. I actually
in boxing, it's like 175 to 200, but that'd be light heavyweight for MMA.
In pro wrestling, it's whatever Rey Mysterio's size is. It's very small.
Here we go. So like the Michigan, because we're looking into doing some MMA in Michigan. Just, there's a little something.
Quick nudge.
So you've got super heavyweight that's actually 266 plus. You've got heavyweight that's 226 to 265. You got cruiserweight at 206 to 225. Light heavyweight, then they've moved down to 196 to 205. Not down, but that's where it is. Super middleweight is what I meant. They've got at 186 to 195. A middleweight at 175, 185. Then you can kind of go, they might be getting a little too light, but super welterweight. 171 to 175. Because right there, they're really more of 5 pounds in between there in those weights. Now, I don't see the UFC opening those up, but if you wanted a heavyweight person, that's what they'd have to do for a triple champ. Is you just need.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, okay. If you're saying hold 3 championships at once, then that changes my answer. But just being the first triple champ, I think it'll be Alex Pereira.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay.
You can be a triple champ without being the current triple champ. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I want to see the GOAT who can hold all three of them at once, where you're defending one belt a year. You know, like that in 1 year, you're defending all three belts.
Just 3 fights a year, just 3 title defenses a year. one every 4 months.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That would be elite.
Yeah.
You'd be the GOAT if you
Definitely
could
the
do that.
GOAT. Yeah,
That's
at that
what I'm
point. I was
saying.
like,
That's
is this
what I
like
wanna
a
see. That's what I
UFC
wanna
5
see.
career on Rookie? What are we doing
Like
here?
John Jones, George St. Pierre, who?
You been watching my Twitch streams? What's going on?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that is great.
I think that brings us to
Bum bum. The Wrestling Minute. Wrestling, bro, is about like it was in the 1990s when Vinny Russo was doing all this swerve booking, bro. It's getting pretty crazy. I'm not going to do that accent the whole time, but I just wanted people to know why I'd say wrestling, because only a real wrestling nerd like me would even understand whose voice I'm doing there. But guys, we have some notes. Former UFC legend and the newest WWE superstar, Charles Montgomery Punk. I was hoping to get a spit take out of Zach for that one. MMA Hall of Famer CM Punk is back in the WWE, and he is on Raw probably right now. In fact, the first thing I'll do after this is check YouTube to see if there is a clip, because he has to decide if he's going to Raw or SmackDown. Now, Zach, you were in the comment section the last time we talked about this. I don't know if this guy was in your window or not. So were you familiar at all with CM Punk in the WWE in the late 2000s, early 2010?
No, because I got into it late, if I'm being honest. I mean, I watched a little bit when I was younger, with my cousins, but I didn't watch it until Gary started making me watch it with him. He's like, "Hey, sit down with me. We're watching wrestling. It's going to be great. It's going to be good for you. Trust me." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And I mean, I loved it. Now, don't ask me names, because obviously I can't pronounce names. You guys already saw that earlier today. But if you show me a picture, like, "Oh, I remember that guy. Yes, he was awesome. Yeah, cool." But yeah,
you might remember this. Well, this gal's father. So Charlotte Flair, legendary
yes,
daughter of the equally legendary in the ring wise Ric Flair. By the way, they've made that a point. Charlotte's won the title like 15 times, so they're making sure they keep the name. She got injured. A lot of people talk about how wrestling is fake and all of this stuff. Well, she suffered a very real knee injury on, I guess you would call it a botched superplex. You guys know what that is, when they both climb up to the top rope. And so her body, instead of going straight from the corner into the center of the ring, she went to the left, and her knee actually got caught on the top rope, causing them to essentially work to a different finish. And you could tell, because when they do these things, these athletes, more power to them. Like, could you imagine tearing your ACL or both quads and then being like, "I'm going to stand on this long enough for you to roll me up and get a 3 count"? Like, I still have to finish the scene. Like, I can't do it the way we initially wrote it, but we're in the ring and someone has to count to 3. So now I've got to figure out a way for you to pin me that, doesn't give the game away, so to speak. So we wish her a speedy recovery. I'm not sure the full extent to the injury, but always a bummer. Also should be noted, Randy Orton was gone for almost 2 whole years. But, these guys and gals just really bust their ass. I do love the sport of wrestling. And to tie this back into the UFC a bit, did you guys see how Brock Lesnar's daughter is what is it, a shot put champion?
Shot put champion.
Yep.
The apple didn't fall from that tree.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, when did Brock get long hair?
You're like, this AI art is ridiculous, dude. That only kind of looks like Brock. It's like exactly him.
The one of my buddies from Alabama goes to Colorado State. I need to hit him up and see if he's seen her around or whatever. Because she sticks out, right? Like it's Brock Lesnar's daughter who looks like his clone.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
she's suplexing people through tables at the frat party, I bet they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Lesnar."
Don't piss her off.
Dude, I'm telling you, let her win in beer pong. It's not worth it. Not worth your pride. No, so when that photo went viral, I saw a very interesting tweet, and it had Frank Mir's daughter as well. I believe she is she's a college athlete as well. So then the tweet was essentially, "Hey Dana, you know, come book this fight right now." So maybe we'll have that light wrestling link there. But the other thing I wanted to talk about that is wrestling related and UFC related is Endeavor, company that UFC and the WWE are a part of now, have announced they're doing a streaming service with TNA Wrestling, bro. See, you didn't think the Vince Russo thing was going to come full circle, but I was practicing. I was
plan
ready
this?
for this. Oh yeah, yeah. I even took notes and everything. So TNA, which technically stands for Total Nonstop Action, but as Vince Russo has come to admit, it really thinks what you think it means, right, guys? When I say TNA, it's a little old. Maybe your dad said it, but we're well past the 3-minute mark, so I'll just say it. TNA was meant to be a wink, wink, tits and ass wrestling. So after years of being tits and ass wrestling, they switched from Impact because the brand had just been irreparably damaged, and then Impact got flatter than a plate full of piss, as Jim Cornette would say. This is what happens when the Wrestling Minute, folks. I got to do my wrestling gimmicks here, and so Impact Wrestling now has rebranded as TNA, and Endeavor has partnered with them to do a streaming service, TNA Plus. Now, I know Wade might be the only one who will know TNA was kind of where WCW went after it died, you know.
Yep. Yep.
That's where the legend of Perk Angle exists, was created. So poor Kurt with his 4th broken neck was all painkiller.
We heard all about that one in the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great episode of Joe Rogan talking about Kurt Angle. But yeah, so TNA is back. I think it's going to be a great year for wrestling. They have that guy Will Ospreay that you guys won't know, but my fellow Marks know. That's a big name from Japan, an English wrestler. So big things coming here pretty soon, man. I might have to start talking about wrestlers who we didn't grow up watching 30 years ago. So
I might start doing my my research now, Kev. You know, get me into wrestling.
well, yeah, there we go, baby.
Come on over. I've got Peacock. I think isn't Peacock the one that's got all of the WWE stuff?
That's where the paper. Well, now they don't call them pay-per-views over on WWE because you can just watch it on Peacock. So they're called premium live events, which is almost as good as a pay-per-view, except you get a bunch of fucking commercials throughout it. So that's always
gross. Who would do that?
Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. God damn, pal. You see that ad? You see that credit card ad? Oh, that's the good shit right there.
Yeah, that was good. That was gold.
So there we have it, folks. Be on the lookout for another installment of the Wrestling Minute where we will maybe talk about the upcoming Royal Rumble, something that I think even the most casual of wrestling fans is familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
It's when all of the retired guys come back for a quick payday. It's always a great little blast of nostalgia right to the veins. But actually, you know what? I have one final thing for you guys on the Wrestling Minute. I forgot to talk about this, but it goes back to a former episode. We talked about Charlotte Flair, the legend, Ric Flair, Woo energy drink. I don't know if we talked about the promo that he cut on AEW television in which he said any women, which is something he did in the 70s, by the way. Not that I'm excusing it, but it's just like an old man going back into character, except his character was to say all the 18 to 28-year-old women, no husbands, no boyfriends, meet me in my hotel room. To which point, if those of you who don't know, Ric Flair has also had some SA allegations levied against him. Check out The Dark Side of the Ring, The Plane Ride from Hell, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have been in high school football locker rooms, it's called The Helicopter. You're familiar with it. I know you are. Don't fucking tell me you're not. So, yeah, Ric Flair pulled a helicopter on a plane, and he old man only mistakes as old men always have the best takes. So now, with that knowledge, guys, Ric Flair on cable television said the 70-year-old man dressed like wallpaper from the 70s said all the young women that were single should meet him at his hotel room, to which the AEW faithful kind of put owner Tony Khan on blast, saying, how are you paying this guy? And check this. This is the funny part. Tony Khan's defense was, guys, I'm not paying Ric Flair. Ric Flair at Woo Energy paid us to be a sponsor on our pro. So that was the way he was like, guys,
wow,
I'm not paying him anything. He's paying me to be on TV. So it's perfectly fine. So yeah, that's all right. What up, Poland Spring? The helicopter sounds legal. Oh God, Poland, I didn't know you were here. I wouldn't have said that. Oh God. Oh, at least there won't be any poop jokes, I promise. See, smart, only mistakes. There we have it, folks. Wrestling Minute. Thank you as always for entertaining me for a handful of minutes there at the end of the show. So that's it from me. Anything else from you gentlemen before we head home?
I got nothing other than you're gonna start making me watch wrestling.
Let's do it. Let's do it, brother. I got you. You don't even have to watch it. Just watch. Just subscribe to their YouTube channel. In the 3-hour show, you can watch the whole thing in 20 minutes. It's and then you got easy. Everything, brother. Don't get nervous, guys. I'm just the executive producer. Yeah, so that's why we're not pivoting to a quick exit just because Poland Spring got here. It's just bad timing. But now I have 3 bosses watching me at the same time. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I'm starting to sweat. Only Mistake says thank you for the pay-per-view. Yes, thank you. Well, thank you for supporting. Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Now, Zach, since you are our guest today, we will and you probably have the easiest bit for this. So this little segment is called Where Can We Find You? And well, it speaks for itself. So Zach, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on any of the Carnage Media platforms that we have out there. Maybe more to come. Just just saying. Yeah, so you can either do that, or you can find me just on Facebook. That's normally what I use to communicate with everybody with just Zach Dominic. Just hit me up.
Well, there it is. Well, thank you, sir. And thanks again for hanging out with us today and putting the stream together, putting these cards together. We greatly appreciate it. Wade, what about you, sir? Where can the folks find you when you're not here?
Yes, Carnage Media, CarnageMediaPPV on all socials. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and we appreciate all the support that we get. And hopefully we can entertain you guys with some great fights. So thank you. Clayton?
You guys can find my personal social medias right there. Dang it, I put the wrong way. Right there at CSalina12. Twitter and Instagram, and then follow my podcast, the Hot Take Sports Podcast, at Hot Take Sports 16 on all of your social media platforms. Kev, that leaves you. Where can we find you?
Yes, sir. Well, as some of you in the chat know, you can find me Tuesdays and Sunday nights from 6 to 8. Clout Route, where we cover scammers, grifters, both Paul brothers, all kinds of crazy folks covering or chasing the clout, as I meant to say. And we've got a great interactive community, by the way. One of the busiest chats in the game right now. Wonderful. So shout out to the Clout crew. You can also find me on Bite Size Sports. Is it this way? Oh, let's go. Almost. There it is. Bite Size Sports. Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, talking NBA on the bounce with James and Keebler. I also like to talk about nerd stuff, comic books, movies, TV shows on Dweeb. That is DWEEB with my buddy James. We talk Star Wars every Wednesday night, and we have a bunch of not live content. Like we review movie previews, video games, all that kind of stuff. Of course, right here, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on Carnage Unleashed, and every Saturday at this point. Yes, every Saturday night, you can find me on a pay-per-view and hang out with Only Mistakes, who's got a free one.
Yeah.
And thank you, Levi. We appreciate you. You are awesome. Again, thank you to everyone who tuned in either Saturday or today, or anyone who's ever watched one of our pay-per-views, or if you've even just liked a Facebook post. We thank you so much. We couldn't do any of this without you. And I think it's probably time to give you the rest of your night back. So without further ado, we will see all of you another time.
Catch you
Adios.
later.